Well, it was bound to happen. Hello and welcome back to the weekly crypto review. So, yeah, alt season. Let's take a look here. First off, as always, if you find this information of value, please like and subscribe. Likes absolutely help me get a bigger audience. Subscriptions also help me. Down in the description, you will find a link to the Brave browser. If you download it, you use it for 30 days, you get a wonderful browser that gives you crypto. And I get a little bit of Brave, a little bit of BAT from Brave. So let's go take a look at what the charts are saying. First off, Bitcoin. What happened over the last week? It is up. It's up by just over 2.5%. Yeah, 2.5%. Not doing a whole lot. This is why alt season is happening. I'll show you a little bit later exactly what's going on. On the other hand, we have Cardano over 7 days, up over 30.5%. 30%. Almost 31%. Fantastic. Glad I own Cardano. And I know I'm going to get people asking, is it too late to buy Cardano? It really depends. First of all, none of this is investment advice. If you do what I say, you're going to lose all your money. My point of view is it's going to depend on what your plans are. How long is your time horizon? Is it too late to buy Cardano? Well, if you're planning to hold it until the end of this bull run, no, it's not too late. If you're planning to spend it soon, then yeah, it might be too late. It really depends on what you plan to do. All right, so we've got a bunch of stuff going on here. We've got, even EOS is up almost 9% over the last week. Stellar up 43%. Over the last week. This is really interesting. And if we look at the top gainers here, okay, of course, a lot of them are coins that either you've never heard of or you wouldn't want to buy. Elrond, okay, apparently someone's a Tolkien fan. Dogecoin, okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm very familiar with Dogecoin. I've known about it since 2017. Is it worth putting money into? If you're a trader, if you're actually trading, then perhaps, because Dogecoin is a joke. I mean, literally, it was created as a joke. Look at the symbol. It's the Doge. It's a meme coin. Literally, it's based and named after a meme. The guy forked it and then did nothing with it purposely. That was the whole point. It was a joke. Yet, at this point, apparently, was it TikTok? They're pumping it hard. Would I go into it? Not on your life. No way. No. Not going to happen. Yeah, it's up 62% over the last week. I'm still not going to go into it. This is a classic pump and dump. The only difference is I don't know that it is organized as such. I'm not going to touch it. iExec RLC. I've heard of it. I haven't really looked into it. Up 48.23%. Cosmos. Up 46.75%. I've heard of it. Haven't really looked into it. There's Stellar at 43%. Chainlink at 41.71%. $6.64. I bought Chainlink last year. Is that right? Yeah, last year at $1.84. I am not unhappy with this game. Okay. And again, Cardano. I keep putting more money into Chainlink and Cardano because these are projects that are actual projects that do something. Okay, this is my biggest factor when it comes to what am I going to buy? What does the coin do? What problem does this crypto solve? I had someone in the comments of my last video say, "Hey, can you take a look at Decred?" And it's been a long time since I've looked at Decred. As near as I can tell, Decred is just simply a cryptocurrency that uses proof of work to forge the blocks and proof of stake to create voting rights. But it doesn't really solve any problems. So, is it worth buying into? I don't know. For me, it's not. If it's just a cryptocurrency, you've got Bitcoin. Everybody knows Bitcoin. You've got Dash. Dash is big in South America. It's huge. You've got Monero if you want privacy. You've got Pivex if you want privacy. You've got a lot of competing currencies. Now, does that mean that Decred can't do anything? There's no room for Decred? No, not at all. There's room for all of these currencies, just like there's room for the dollar and the yuan and the yen and the euro. They all live in the same environment, but Bitcoin is the dollar in this scenario, and that's about as far as the comparison can go. But yeah, Decred, look at it, see what you think. It's not for me. That's all I'm going to say. Is it's not something I'm going to get into, at least not at this point. I have at this point, I'm fully invested in my handful of coins that I plan to invest in. No point in putting money into 100 different coins because I can't keep track of 100 different coins. 5, 6, 8, I can keep track of that number of coins and see what they're doing. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to track what's going on, keep abreast of developments, and understand what's happening with each of my investments. Otherwise, that's just a disaster. If I go into 100 different coins, that's just a recipe for disaster. I'm not going to do that. So, again, it looks like Cardano and Stellar, Chainlink, all doing well. All are coins that I own and have owned for some of them for years. Certainly Stellar and Cardano I've owned since 2017. I got into Chainlink last year, like I said, at about $1.84. I'm up, it's tripled now? I'm not unhappy. I'm quite pleased with that. So let's take a look at the charts. So weekly Bitcoin chart is doing exactly what it's been doing for the past 2, 4, 6 weeks. Yeah, we're riding down this line of resistance, and until we coil in and get enough energy to break out. At this point, it looks like we're going for a breakout because it's riding the line up here. But again, could be completely wrong in that, and it could just drop. I don't think so, because the drop down below this line of support would put it down in the $4,000 range, and I don't think that's going to happen. At this point, I'm just waiting to see the resistance go away and hopefully become support at some point. Now, let's take a look at, this is the chart of altcoin dominance. Really, it's Bitcoin dominance reversed. It's the 100 minus BTC.D. And as you can see, we've started this upward trend. This upward trend started back in, looks like September of 2019, and we've slowly been working our way up. It's less about the dominance of altcoins coming up and becoming more powerful than it is the fact that Bitcoin's just not doing anything. I mean, if you look at it over the past month and a half, 2 months, it's just sitting there at just under $10,000. Now, this is a good thing if you want to put money in. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin less than $10,000, you're saying, this is fantastic. I've got time to do it before it goes up, because I absolutely believe that once it goes up and goes above that 10.5 resistance line, the blue line here, once it goes above that, that line becomes support. We're never seeing a Bitcoin less than 5 figures again. It's not going to happen. So yeah, if you're wanting to get in and you're wanting to get in cheaply, do it now, because I don't know how long this is going to last. But the fact that it's just sitting there, slowly working its way down this line of resistance, this is what's causing the alt season, is that because Bitcoin just is sitting there, it's not doing anything. And so yeah, people are going other places to see those gains, and one of the places they're going is to Cardano. And as you can see, again, on the weekly chart, this whole thing started back in March 16th, the week of March 16th, and has been going massively since then. Let's take a look and see if we can find, let's see, what are we looking for? We're looking for price range. And we will start it right here. Nope, still red. Oh well. But I mean, 479%. We have gained 479% since March. That's not bad at all. That's pretty darn good. Now, do I expect Cardano to have a pullback? Absolutely. When is it going to happen? I don't know. But I expect it to be relatively soon. I think things will cool down. It's normal and natural. We've already had a cool down. You can see this shadow right here. So if I go to the daily chart, do you see how we've cooled down? We've reached our highs up here, and we've cooled down in the last several days. This is normal. This is to be expected. We'll be fine. The weekly may be a little less obvious that we've cooled down, but yeah, it's doing good. We're consolidating, and you can see that we're moving sideways here. Last not quite a week, last 4 days we've been moving sideways. That's to be expected. It's resting up. It's run a marathon, and now it's resting up to continue. That's the way I look at it. All right, so let's take a look at Chainlink. That's the other one here. And there we go. So Chainlink, again, another one that has done massive gains. Let's start here. We're at the bottom, and we'll go up to where we are currently. And it's gone up by 241%. Exactly, 241% since, what is that, March? Again, March of this year. So we had this massive drop. We all remember the massive drop everything had. Crypto dropped, gold, silver dropped, the stock market dropped, and then within 2 weeks, Chainlink starts going back up again. And we're up to $6.50, literally $6.50. Nearly 250% return in just a couple of months. You're not going to find that anywhere else. So yeah, am I excited? Absolutely. I think that this is great. How long will alt season last? I'm going to say that alt season is going to last until Bitcoin starts to move and breaks 10 grand. At 10 grand, when it goes up and begins to move upward again, all this money is going to be sucked out and back into Bitcoin. And so if you are concerned about, and again, not investment advice, the way I'm looking at it is that if I'm concerned about profits, I'm going to start taking profits out of the altcoins while we're still in alt season, so that when Bitcoin starts to move, and I expect the money to be sucked back into Bitcoin, these prices will drop. I can then put that money back into these altcoins and buy even more at lower prices. That's the way I'm looking at it. Anyway, you know what will work for you. Until next time, remember, don't trust, verify. I'll see you next week.